What a dude. What a dude Tim Kennedy is. I got to spend 2 hours with the former Green Beret, former UFC fighter, former soldier in Iraq and Afghanistan. He owns his own company called Sheepdog Response, where he trains civilians how to deal with home invasions, terrorist attacks, assaults. And he's just a fun, crazy, intense, emotional dude. And I really enjoyed my 2 hours with Tim. I highly recommend you watch this. It's over at londonreal.tv/Kennedy. It will be dropping on YouTube in the next couple of days, and it'll be on our podcast as well via iTunes. But, what a fascinating dude. I've been following Tim for a long time in MMA. He was a great MMA fighter. Really was just seconds away from fighting for a world title and winning a world title. Beat people like Michael Bisping, Robbie Lawler. Those are big names. He really had a win over Yoel Romero, but there was some weird stuff going on with him not coming out of the bell. But more than that, Tim talked about the moment he got blown up in Afghanistan, and that led to a 3-day firefight where it's just intense to listen to, and he's not giving you the details. He also talked about how he had to make a transition from being super egotistic and super selfish to being a team player, and that's what the Special Forces is all about. And he told a story about how 12 of his team put him in a boxing ring. They all had gloves on, and he had to fight every single one of them. Now, Tim is a great fighter, and so, the first few he took care of. We got to 6 or 7, he was slowing down, and by 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they literally beat the snot out of him. And they did it to teach him a lesson. And the lesson was, Tim, this is not about you, this is about us. And together we are strong, and as individuals we are weak. And Tim took that same advice and said that applies to what's happening in the world today. When you see everybody dividing, then we are weak. When you see everybody arguing and yelling and talking about this and that, he said we are weak. But when we are united, we are strong. You don't expect this message from Tim. People just think he's a gun-toting, far-right Republican. He's not. He's a libertarian, and he actually cares. This guy is a very emotional guy. He cares about people. He cares about his country. He cares about freedom. He cares because a lot of his friends are dead. And they died fighting for your rights, your right to free speech, your right to free assembly, your right to all of these beautiful things that we have in these Western countries. And I really appreciate Tim Kennedy a lot. I'm going to go train with him in Austin. He's going to teach me how to shoot guns and disarm terrorists. And I'm really looking forward to it. And it was just a fantastic conversation. So I highly recommend you check it out. Also follow him at Tim Kennedy MMA. He's shadow banned like we are lately, so it's really hard to find him. But look for the @Tim Kennedy MMA verified account. It'll be hard to find, but you'll get there. And look, we're going to push through all these shadow bans and all this censorship nonsense and bullshit. We're going to keep moving forward. As you know, we've got our own digital freedom platform where we can stream stuff that would be censored, but we're going to move forward either way. We're taking legal actions, and we're doing everything we can to make sure our voice stays out there, because this is the way we fight. This is a long guerrilla war, and guess what? We're ready. We're getting dug in, and we're ready. I got all day, as I tell my kids when they want to throw a tantrum. I got all day. I'll be doing this for the next 30, 40, 50 years. So let's rock and roll, baby. We got this, and I'm looking forward to it. So thank you to you, the London Real Army. You're always there with our back. I appreciate you. Thank you to the founding members of the Digital Freedom Platform. You're making this possible. And, in closing, I just want to say what you already know, but I'm going to say it again, and that's this. We will not be silenced. We will not be censored. We will not be stopped. This is London Real, baby. Let's do this.